The chaos in Ukraine has reignited a debate over U.S. foreign policy and resurrected criticism of President Obama's leadership.
We cannot ignore that the flawed foreign policy of the last few years has brought us to this stage.
It's a stage with events in Ukraine at the center, but which have connections to previous crises, including the civil war in Syria, according to Steve Bucci with the Heritage Foundation, who says the president now appears weak.
He definitely should have talked to Congress before he made an announcement that he was going to take some action in response to those, the use of the chemical weapons in Syria.
Bucci says eventually getting Vladimir Putin involved to help in Syria, as well as Iran, elevated his stature and made it more difficult to respond to Russia's current action in Crimea.
We don't have any particular leverage against him to stop him from doing something that's clearly a violation of international law.
But there is another side of the story here. After 2 long wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, the majority of the country doesn't want to get the military involved anywhere. Chris Preble with the Cato Institute says by exercising military restraint, President Obama should not be viewed as weak at all.
To focus too much on the military responses to different crises, whether it's Libya or Syria or Ukraine or what have you, really ignores all of the other tools that the United States has at its disposal to influence policy to our benefit.
In the case of Ukraine, Secretary of State John Kerry agrees.
Nothing justifies a military intervention that the world has witnessed.
A growing divide over what to do about the foreign policy decisions piling up for the White House. In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.